Hi, I'm Kaylin, co-founder of the Golden Flow System of Accelerated Well-Being and Abundance. You can call me your abundance coach. And this is my buddy Oberon. He didn't want me to leave him out. Today, I am celebrating because it's the end of the year, which means the end of a cycle. So I know that it might not be the end of the year for you when you're watching this video, but I want to talk to you about something really important about ending cycles well and starting new cycles even better. So the way that energy works, energy does flow, and it does, all depend on the vibration of energy, what is going to happen, but it also responds well to our completing a cycle well. So since it's the end of the year for Oberon and I, we're looking at closing up the year well. One great thing to do when you want to end the year or really start to end a job or end a relationship or whatever it is that you're wanting to really move forward from, move on to the next better thing, the thing to do is to really close it all up, finish the project, bring things to a good end kind of thing. Right, Oberon? Yes. Oberon wants me to explain what that means some to you. So, like to end the year or maybe at work, you really take the steps to bringing a project to completion. Because one of the things that happens quite often is that Oberon's much better at really taking care of things and doing what he needs to do, but a lot of us have these projects that we just don't finish. Like, for example, I have a project where I have everything done. I'm trying to create this class and I have everything done. I have all of the content written, I have it all laid out, and all I have to do is take the last step and read it so that it has the audio. That'll complete the cycle. And yet it's taken me some time. Why? Well, we're like that. We wind up with a little resistance to finishing things off because, well, for whatever reason. We all tend to have some reason within us that we might not be really aware of. So one thing we can do is flow so that we can become aware of what it is that's keeping us from finishing a project, or we can just flow the resistance away so that instead of holding the energy of resistance, we flow that resistance, and then we're more motivated to really bring that project to completion kind of thing. So whatever the reason is, though, you're going to do really well, and you're going to help yourself move to the next chapter, to the next cycle, to your next adventure when you bring things all the way to a completion. That way, just like a day that ends at midnight, it completes the cycle and then it starts anew, you'll be able to start anew. What's that, Oberon? Yes, it's really important that when you do that, and when you end a cycle well, by really giving it your best, by doing what you know needs being done, well then what occurs, and what Oberon's talking about, is that the next cycle begins even better. Why is that? Well, because law of attraction comes around and looks at the energy of something. And when the end of a cycle isn't complete, it has almost like loose strings, things that aren't tied up. And it looks at that, and it looks at that energy, and that energy doesn't vibrate as high as the energy of something that's complete, that's got no loose strings kind of thing. So then law of attraction decides what kind of energy your next experience is going to come from based on your current experience. In other words, law of attraction says, those loose ends, they don't vibrate as high. So now the next cycle coming in is going to start from a lower energetic standpoint kind of thing. So it's real important to make sure that you end your cycles well, that you tie up those loose strings, because that's going to allow law of attraction to come and help you start from a higher plane, start from a higher energy, and have a better experience from the get-go. When you are going through something, starting that next chapter, starting a new job, a new friendship, a new relationship, whatever it is, when you start the cycle well, you simply start from a higher place and you stay there. On the other hand, If you didn't end the last cycle as well, and so it's a little lower vibrating, and you start the new cycle and it's not as highly vibrating, then you have to work harder to raise your energy and to raise everything about whatever it is that that cycle is about. Whether it's a job, whether it's simply just a new year, you have to pull a lot more up to get it to a higher place. So ending a cycle well is important because it can help you with that momentum. It can help you lift and start the whole thing, the whole cycle from a higher place. That means more ease for you. That means that it's going to be a better experience for you all along. That means law of attraction can bring better experiences to match within that cycle. So whether it's a new year, like I was saying, or whatever it is that you're going to experience, perhaps you're going to have an easier or more enjoyable new job, new project, new friendship, whatever it is that you are attracting into your life. So be sure to really look at what loose ends you can tie up, whether it's the end of the year, whether you're looking at the end of a relationship, or whether you're simply looking at the end of a day. You can really start the next day or the next chapter on a much higher note just by taking care of those little things. It seems pretty small and insignificant, but think about it. If you walked away from your kitchen and instead of leaving those dishes in the sink, if you just did the dishes this evening, next thing you'd know in the morning, you'd start on a slightly higher energetic tone. Why? Because those dishes in the sink are like those loose ends. It wasn't quite complete. Your kitchen wasn't quite left the way a clean kitchen would be left, the way it would be ready to go in the morning. So just little details like that can really make a big difference, especially over time. All right, I hope that Oberon and I have given you something to think about. I hope we've given you a little technique that you can use to either invite your next adventure that much quicker and so that it's that much better, or that we've helped you to know how to effortlessly raise your energy, because you're probably going to do those dishes sooner or later. So Oberon says you might as well take care of them today and start tomorrow on a higher note. Thanks for joining me, and if you enjoy the video, please be sure to subscribe. If you'd like, sign up for our email list so that you can find out about all of the great things that we have for you. And we certainly give our email subscribers all sorts of great content and great things that they can use, as well as offering things to help them, things that they can purchase to help them really make a difference in their lives and get in the flow to attract effortlessly.